A man raised inside the palace of the most powerful ruler on earth walks back through its gates, not as a prince, not as a refugee, but as a messenger of God with one demand. Let my people go. No army, no weapons, just a staff and a mission from the creator of the universe. What happens next changed the course of human history forever. Stay with me till the end of this video, because the final moments of this story carry a lesson that will shake you to your core. If you are new here, subscribe right now and hit the bell so you never miss content like this. Drop a comment below telling me what you already know about Prophet Musa. Let us get into it. The early life of Musa, as to understand the confrontation, you have to understand the man. Musa, peace be upon him, was born during one of the darkest chapters in history. Pharaoh, the tyrant ruler of Egypt, had received a prophecy that a boy from the children of Israel would rise and destroy his kingdom. His response was savage. He ordered the killing of every newborn male from the Israelites. But Allah had a plan that no Pharaoh could stop. The mother of Musa was inspired by Allah to place her infant son into a basket and release him into the river Nile. That basket floated straight into the palace of the very man who wanted him dead. Pharaoh's wife, Asiya, one of the greatest women in all of Islamic history, saw this baby and her heart filled with love. She convinced Pharaoh to spare him, and in a twist only Allah could script, baby Musa was reunited with his own mother, who was brought in to nurse him inside the palace. Musa grew up as royalty, educated, privileged, and powerful, yet always carrying within him a sensitivity to injustice. The turning point. As a young man, Musa witnessed an Egyptian man oppressing a man from the Israelites. He intervened, struck the Egyptian, and the man died. This was not intentional, but the consequence was enormous. Musa had to flee Egypt immediately. He ran to the land of Madian, where he spent years working for a righteous elder, married his daughter, and built a quiet life far from the chaos of Egypt. But Allah does not leave his chosen ones in comfort forever when there is a mission waiting. The divine appointment at the tree. One night, while traveling with his family, Musa saw a fire in the distance. He went toward it, expecting to bring back warmth or directions. What he found instead was the voice of Allah. At the blessed valley of Tuwa, Allah spoke directly to Musa. No intermediary, no vision, the direct word of the Lord of all creation. Allah told him, I am your Lord. Remove your sandals, for you are in the sacred valley. Then came the command that would define the rest of his life. Go to Pharaoh, for he has transgressed all bounds. Deliver my message. Free my people. Musa, peace be upon him, felt the weight of that mission immediately. He asked Allah for his brother Harun to accompany him. He asked for ease in his task and eloquence in his speech. Allah granted every request. This is a profound reminder. When Allah gives you a mission, He also gives you what you need to carry it out. The confrontation with Pharaoh. Musa and Harun walked into the most dangerous royal court in the known world. They stood before a man who had declared himself a god, who had armies, who had killed thousands of children without blinking, and they delivered the message with clarity and without apology. We are messengers from the Lord of all worlds. Release the children of Israel. Pharaoh's reaction was arrogant and revealing. He reminded Musa that he had raised him in his palace, that Musa had killed a man. He mocked him. He questioned him. He asked what kind of Lord sends a messenger with a staff. Musa responded with calm dignity every single time. He showed the miracles. His staff became a real serpent. His hand glowed with a brilliant white light. These were not tricks. These were signs from the Creator. Pharaoh's ego could not accept the truth. Instead of submitting, he gathered his greatest magicians to counter Musa publicly. On the day of the showdown, magicians from across Egypt assembled. They threw their ropes and staffs and created a mass illusion of serpents. The crowd was stunned. Then Musa cast his staff. One real serpent swallowed everything. The magicians, men trained their entire lives in deception, recognized immediately that this was no trick. They fell to their knees and declared their faith in the Lord of Musa and Harun. Pharaoh was humiliated and furious. He threatened to crucify them. They responded with one of the most powerful lines in the Quran, telling him they would not choose him over the clear signs that had come to them and over the one who created them. The plagues and the Exodus. Because Pharaoh refused, Allah sent a series of devastating signs upon Egypt. Floods, locust lice, frogs, and blood. Each time calamity struck, Pharaoh begged Musa to pray for relief and promised to release the Israelites. Each time the calamity lifted, he broke his word. This pattern repeated because his arrogance had sealed his heart. Eventually, Allah commanded Musa to lead the children of Israel out of Egypt by night. Pharaoh discovered the escape and mobilized his entire army. The Israelites reached the sea with Pharaoh's forces closing in behind them. Some among them panicked. They said they were caught. Musa said, "No, my Lord is with me and he will guide me." Allah commanded him to strike the sea with his staff. The water split. 12 dry paths opened. The Israelites crossed. Pharaoh and his army pursued them straight into the sea and were drowned. The final lesson. Here is the part most people overlook. In his final moments, drowning, with no escape, Pharaoh declares belief in the God of Musa, but it was too late. Allah preserved his body as a sign for those who came after. And to this day, scholars and historians note that the mummified remains of ancient Egyptian pharaohs exist, reminding every generation that no amount of power, wealth, or arrogance protects you when Allah's decree arrives. The story of Musa and Pharaoh is not just history. It is a mirror. Every generation has its pharaohs. People who use power to oppress, who mock truth, who demand worship in a form of blind obedience. And every generation has people called to stand firm, speak clearly, and trust that Allah's help is near. If this video gave you something to think about, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Like the video so more people can find it, and subscribe because we're just getting started with stories like this. Leave a comment below. What is the greatest lesson you took from Prophet Musa today? May Allah make us among those who hear the truth and follow it. Assalamu alaikum.